Buddy, welcome back to Position 0. In today's video, we will be continuing this road to 1500, and I had to put this into my Position 0 account, not my main account, because I ran out of analysis, like the custom one. But this is the game. It was against, I believe someone from Ecuador or Colombia that was rated about 320. For perspective, I'm rated about 400, so I technically had the advantage in this game. This was the game, very short, only 20 moves. I'll go through all the little details, and yeah, I hope you guys enjoy. The game begins with e4 and e5. Again, the most common opening, the king's pawn opening. But then we get to move knight to c3, now playing my favorite game, the Vienna. I just like the Vienna. I like the way the knight connects to the pawns. I don't like risking this. It's too much for me. I don't like it. But we get to move f6 from black. Again, we're completely even. We're only 2 moves into the game. We get to move f3 and knight to c6. 3 moves into the game, nothing has happened. The first inaccuracy will begin on the 5th move. We get to move bishop e5 and knight to d4. Here is where the book moves end and the 400 elo begins. Knight takes the pawn. This is the move I played. I don't hate this move, and it's really cool the way the knights look on this, like diagonal almost. It looks really cool. The knight takes my bishop on b5. I simply take back, the best option in the position, of course. And the knight takes my pawn. I try to kick out my knight, which is the miss. The best move is queen to h5 somehow. And I guess the idea of queen to h5 is simply just getting really involved in his position, threatening mate. It's a good move, like really good move, but I'm just scared about this knight. So as a 400 elo, I obviously kick the knight out. Knight goes here, which is somehow ranked as a great move. Don't ask me how, but it just is. Bishop to g5 was my next move, and the idea was just try to pin the knight. It's his only active piece as of now. Well, I have like 4 technically. Technically 3, but yeah. So I pinned his active piece. He gets another active piece attacking my bishop. But this doesn't really do much. He could still leave this pin and rather attack my knight or something. Like, I think that would be better. So I simply take, which was an excellent move. But the best move was the queen to e2. It's just somehow is. I don't know. Pawn takes and the knight retreats to f3. So far, we have a completely fair game. Nothing has happened. It's 400 elo stuff, but it's not even that bad. Yet we're already halfway through this, done with this game. Halfway. And this game doesn't end with the opponent checkmating, with a draw. It ends with something different. Pawn to a6. Pawn to a6 simply attacks the knight, which I simply retreat to the square. It's somehow an inaccuracy. It's still suggesting the move queen to e2, which it's reasonable, but I simply just rather bring my knight to safety rather than making checks. This also kind of develops bishop and knight in a way. I mean bishop and queen. Not really in a good way, but it still develops it. We get to move bishop to c5. Now, I really don't like the move bishop to c5. This knight's already defended. It's not pinning anything. I should have probably noticed the move queen to e2 or just something. But I played the best move in the position still, which was c3. I simply was preparing for better pawn structure, and somehow that was the best move. I would have, now that I think about it, I might have played queen to e2 in this position. It was kind of weird to think about, but bishop takes, knight takes. Obviously, I don't want to take with the pawn. That ruins the whole point of future pawn structure, especially on this d4 square, which is now the knight is defended by the pawn. pawn goes to b6, and b6 simply does nothing at all. Maybe he was trying to do something with these two squares. Maybe just prevent my knight from entering in the first place. But my queen can still enter in, and my knight can come in and really destroy this position. I probably should have noticed that. I could even get my rook in after castles was check, queen goes here, and I'd have a lot of stuff. I played a move queen to f3. I don't hate this move by me. I was simply just mostly testing how this player could see threats on the rook. And after c6, I make a blunder. Knight takes. Now, the simple thing is I didn't really see the full transition. I saw pawn takes, queen takes, king here. And then I'd win the rook. However, that's what I saw. What I didn't calculate was pawn takes, queen takes, bishop blocks. Now, bishop blocks is a really good move because now I can't access this knight as it's defended by the queen, and if I were to take it, my queen would be dead. And they have bishops and queens looking down this file, a rook that can come in, and I'd have to castle this way and it'd just be over. Simply over. But that's not what happened. And the move he played was queen to c7. Yes, queen to c7. And that's actually the move I thought he was going to play, surprisingly. Because it defends... it attacks the knight again and prevents the queen from infiltrating. But that's just what I saw. That's just what I envisioned. I never thought of the move bishop to d7, which should probably be the first move you'd think of, considering it blocks the check while being protected. But apparently, a 400 ELO brain can't spot that, and neither could his 300 ELO brain. Now we get the move queen takes the pawn on f6. Again, this was the best move in the position, and I'm really proud of myself for spotting it. This is because it defends the knight from both the queen and the pawn. Well, not necessarily the pawn. Pawn could still take, but that it also enables us to take his rook if the queen and pawn do decide to take this knight. But this is when my opponent takes the knight with the pawn. I'm surprised he didn't try to retreat his rook or something. But that's what he did. I simply took his rook, the best move in the position, and now I can even take his pawn, preventing queen to h2. And after this, I'm completely winning. And this game ends in only 2 moves. Now, how would it end this quick, you may ask? Well, queen to e5. Somehow, this 300 ELO spotted the best move in the position. I don't think I would have spotted that, if I was being honest. I might have got my rook out, queen out, my bishop out, or my queen out. But he gave the check. Now, the idea of this check is to just prevent my queen from getting any closer to the king. But we get the move queen to e3. And again, I'm really proud of myself with this move, because I was about to go king to d2. Now, it's an excellent move still, but now I can't castle. So blocking with the queen protected by the pawn is much better. And after queen goes here, black queen takes and pawn takes, my opponent resigns. Now, because this is on my account, you can't see that he resigned. But the opponent did resign. That was the game. And my ELO is now 409, which it was 390 something earlier. So we are back in the game. We're back to where we were. And the series will continue. I'm starting to run out of other series ideas, so you may see more content creators versus 400 ELO and 400 and road to 1500s. But if you guys have any ideas of stuff you want me to go, please comment on my shorts, on my videos. I'd really appreciate it. But yeah, that's all the video. Thank you for watching. Bye.